Well, congratulations on the biggest win of your career so far, I would say. I guess what's the emotions right now?
I'm feeling really good right now. Just super pumped about it.
Obviously, a big opportunity, main event. Talk to me about the feeling tonight. Did it feel any different going in or ahead of the fight on fight day than it does for your other ones?
Not too different. Definitely a little bit more media. Waiting in the locker room a little bit longer. Walkouts a little bit longer. But nothing crazy. And it's, I kind of knew what to expect. I mean, I've been a fan of the UFC forever, and I've been involved with the UFC for a little bit, so I knew what was coming.
Right. We know both of you, right? You're a great grappling specialist, well-rounded, but a great grappler. She's obviously heavy-handed. That opening round, you struck more than I think that we thought you would. Did you plan on spending that much time in the stand-up department?
Every fight starts standing, so I had to strike and wait to find my takedowns. I did shoot like one or two, and they didn't work out, so I had to stay standing. And I felt comfortable there. I mean, she hits hard, but I know I was hitting her too. And I just had to work my game and wait for my opportunity.
Did her takedown defense, because as you said, she did defend you, did it surprise you at all?
No, I mean, she's a former champ and number 3 in the weight class, so it's like I know I was going to have to work for those. That first one or two might not work, but the third one does. I knew that going in.
Nice. So you hit the inside trip, immediately to side control. I mean, do you know when you're in that position, like, at that point, I think I'm going to get this? Were you baiting her to give you the back, or just kind of what's going through your mind at that point?
When I was in that clinch with her, I felt my overhook was super heavy, so that inside trip was there. And then I got her down, and she gave up the back right away trying to get up, so that choke was right there.
And once she had it locked in, she was trying to posture out of it, obviously. But, were you in any danger of slipping off, or did you know once it was in, like, this is done?
Oh, no, she didn't defend it at all. I sunk the choke right in, and I knew even if she stood up, she was going to pass out if she did.
And call for the title shot afterwards, right? I mean, there's an argument to be made. You just beat a former champion. But was that something you kind of intended coming in, or was that spur of the moment that you thought, yeah, hell with it, let's go for the title shot?
No, I always try to think of what I want to say after a win because, it can be very emotional and you can be a little cloudy. But I knew beating someone like her, especially if I finished her, that I could deserve that title next.
And is it a situation where, like, you'll hold out for that? Or, I mean, if the UFC says, no, we don't think you're ready quite yet, let's give you that, you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm definitely okay with fighting again. I think the title, because the title fight's in 2 weeks, so I think it can line up perfectly. But if they want me to fight again, I'll gain more experience.
Nice. And last thing for me, you got a taste of, I guess, what the future is going to hold for you. You hope, this week, the added interviews, the added media, everything like that. What did you think of this week's experience? And is it exciting? Is it a little overwhelming? What did you think about the whole process?
Oh, no, I love the experience. I love what I do. And, I soaked it all in. I love it.
And walking away with a bonus as well. Did you know that you got the performance tonight? And did you ever think that when coming in this fight that you would not only get the win but also be so dominant that you would get a performance bonus?
Oh, absolutely. I go into every fight with the intention of finishing, and I know finishes get bonuses.
How do you have plans? Is the money already spent, or are you gonna save it? What are you gonna do with it?
I'm putting it in the bank for now. Save it and try to be smart.
That's a very exciting answer, by the way.
Thank you.
When you locked that in, when you got under the chin, could you immediately tell that was it? And did you think that she would have a better chance to sort of fight that off? And are you surprised that she didn't get a chance to fight that off?
No, when I got my arm around her neck and I had my hands connected, I knew she had no chance. She had to defend much earlier the second she felt my hand coming in, and she didn't. And there was no danger of me slipping off. Once I had that in, I was like, oh, this fight's over.
And obviously there were so many points that you shined in the fight. Is there any particular point besides the finish that you're the most proud of the performance out there?
I'd have to watch it over, but I know I definitely gained some experience on in the striking. And I think listening to my coaches, too, I was able to hear them, and I feel like I was listening and between rounds, listening to them. So, I think just gaining experience overall.
And everyone always talks about her power, her striking. When it was actually starting to come to you, how did that feel? And are you proud of how you were able to sort of interpret her striking and negate it?
Yeah, no, she definitely hits very hard. I feel like I was doing a pretty decent job. I was definitely hitting her back. I was trying to stay light on my feet, try to stay long, and when she comes in heavy, clinch. So I was just trying to work my game.
Was she as powerful as you thought she would be, or is that you heard stories of?
She hit pretty hard, and I never felt rocked. I knew I wouldn't want to eat too many of them, and you never know, the one that you don't see could definitely put you away. So she definitely hits pretty hard.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
Hey, Erin. It seems like only a few months ago I was writing about you saying that you were the one of the breakout performers of the last 12 months, and now here you are kind of finishing one of the toughest female fighters in the UFC. Could that have gone any better for you?
No, not really. I feel like I had the fight that I wanted to have.
Was there a turning point in the fight or in the first round where you knew you kind of had the fight won?
No, I mean, the first round I knew was competitive and close. I didn't feel like I had the fight won completely until I had my arm around her neck.
This rapid trajectory that you're on is kind of reminiscent of Conor McGregor and Israel Adesanya, the way you're kind of just setting a whole division ablaze and slaying names. Was this how you played it out in your head all along, to come and just fuck shit up in 15, 18 months?
I knew I always could. I feel like I don't really necessarily put those expectations on myself, but I always put the expectation to win that next fight, and I know that doing that is what leads to this. So I think keeping that mindset is what helped me do exactly what I'm doing.
The year's young, but that was one of the biggest statements of 2023 so far. Congrats.
Thank you.
You called for the winner of Alexa Grasso and Valentina. Is there one that you would prefer?
I would definitely prefer Shevchenko. I think she beats Grasso. I think Grasso is a very tough fighter, but I want to be that one to take the title from her.